Direct and indirect speech is one of the easy, simple and interesting topic in grammar. So all we have to do is know the rules and change and understand the topic. That's it. So our topic today is direct and indirect speech. We all love speaking, right? We used to share what all happened the previous day to our friends, like yesterday I did this, we went to a hotel with my parents, and yesterday my mom advised me a lot. She told me that I should not do this, I should do this, I should behave properly, I should obey my elders and all those things. So we speak a lot, right? Of course we cannot keep quiet. Here, the exact words spoken by a person is called a direct speech, and if that particular dialogue is repeated, altered and repeated by someone else to a third person, it is called indirect speech. Look, for example, he said, I will wait for you. So this dialogue, I will wait for you, are the exact words said by a person. So it is in inverted commas. Whereas in reported speech, he said that he would wait for me. So here the some other person is saying the exact same thing to the third person. He said like this, he said this particular thing. For example, let us say that your English teacher is telling one important information to the class, and you were absent. So the next day your friend will tell you, yesterday English ma'am told that you should submit your classworks by this week, by the end of the week. So now the exact words spoken by the teacher comes under direct speech, and the altered words, the words said by the friend to the one who is absent, is called indirect speech. The exact dialogue is altered and spoken or written in indirect speech. If you look at few examples, you'll understand it better. So the first example, usually politicians used to say, I'll do this if you vote me, I'll do this if I win the election, and all these things. Likewise, here there is a politician who's saying, I'm going to clean up the parks this year. And then of course he won the election. 2 years has passed by, and now a lady is telling about his oath to the another person. What did he say? He said that he was going to clean up the park that year, right? So the dialogue means the same, but it is altered. When the politician said it, it was the exact dialogue spoken by the politician. I am going to clean up the parks this year. When the lady told the exact same dialogue, it is altered and said, he said that he was going to clean up the parks that year. Moving further, now here one grandma is speaking in the phone. I am baking cookies for Jian, okay? And now this mother is receiving the speaker's dialogue, that is the grandma's dialogue, and repeating it to her child. Grandma said she is baking cookies for you. So now the child will become excited, right? So the exact words spoken by this grandma is direct speech, and the repeated dialogue is the indirect speech. Always the direct speech will be inside inverted commas, and indirect speech will not have any inverted commas or comma. Moving on to the next example, here a mother is speaking to her son. Don't play in the room, study, don't eat popcorn here, clean your room first. And of course, you know how a child will feel like, right? And now this boy, next day he is going to the school, and one of his friends is asking, what did your mother tell you? And now he is repeating his mother's dialogue, but in a different way, in a different perspective. She ordered me to clean my room and study, and also told me not to eat popcorn in my bedroom. So here the mother's dialogue, the exact words is direct speech, and the boy repeating the dialogue is indirect speech. Next example. Okay, so this is a conversation between a doctor and a patient. I'm sorry to tell you that you can't play football. So now he is very upset and coming out, and a girl is asking, what did the doctor say? So he's saying, he told me I couldn't play football. And now as a fun element, she's saying, well, if he said so, he's seen you play, hasn't he? Right? So don't consider that. Well, the dialogue, that is exact words spoken by the doctor, was repeated by the boy. He told me I couldn't play football. So this is indirect speech, and I'm sorry to tell you that you can't play football is direct speech. Next example, I like Peter. Direct. She said she liked you. Indirect. I will call you tomorrow. Direct. He said that he would call me the next day. Indirect. Again, the teacher is strict. Direct. She said the teacher was strict. Indirect. So I'll show you 2-3 more examples which you can read by yourselves and understand. So as I already told, direct speech will be given under inverted commas, and indirect speech will not have any inverted commas, right? Hope you understood the difference between direct and indirect speech looking at all the examples given. So now, while changing from direct speech to indirect speech, there are certain rules that we should follow. We are going to learn about those rules. So the first rule is change of pronoun. You needn't memorize this table at all. If you are reading the given sentence and if you are understanding what dialogue is spoken to whom or what the pronoun given there is referring to whom, then it is easy for you to change. For example, let us say that I'll give you one example. Ram said, I am hungry. So I am hungry will come under inverted commas and it is direct speech. It is the exact words spoken by Ram. Okay. Ram said, I am hungry. So now in indirect speech, Ram said that. So I am telling Ram's dialogue to my friend. Ram said like this. Okay. So Ram said that. I will become he. He was hungry, right? So this is change of pronoun. Looking at the person, first person, second person or third person, you have to change the pronoun. So this is the first change. The second change is change of timing word. Timing word is very, very important. In most of the cases, not in all cases, but in most of the cases, direct speech will be in present form, and while changing into indirect, it will be in the past form. So if a word, timing word, for example, here is given in direct speech, while changing it into indirect speech, it will become there. This will become that. These will become those. Now, then, today, that day, tomorrow, the next day, yesterday, the previous day, tonight, that night, next year, the following year. So this is the change of timing words that you should remember. Got it? Always check for the timing words in a sentence. Mark it with your pencil so that it will be easy or you will not forget while you are changing a given sentence into indirect speech. Okay, right. So this is the second change. Third change is change of modal verb. If any modal verbs are given in direct speech, while changing into indirect speech, it will change its form. For example, will become would, shall will become should, can will become could, and may will become might. See, Ram said, I will finish my homework. Okay, I will finish my homework. So, will is the direct speech here. While changing it into indirect speech, Ram said that he would finish his homework. He would. So will is changed as would in indirect speech. Likewise, shall will become should, can, could, may, might, right? So this is the third change. The next change that you should know about is the change of reporting verb. Reporting verb is nothing but Kavya said, Mom said to her, Sheila says, Ram will say. All these said, said to, says, will say, these things are called reported verb. Okay. So now, when direct speech is changed into indirect speech, the reporting verb said to will become told, whereas said will remain as said, says will remain as says, and will say will also remain as will say only. For example, Kavya said, I am hungry. Again, while changing it into indirect speech, Kavya said only, she was hungry. Okay, so said is kept as said. So now the same sentence we will change the reporting verb alone. Kavya said to me, I am hungry. So Kavya said to will become told. Kavya told me she was hungry. Whereas if the reporting verb said to is whereas the reporting verb said to is replaced by says or will say, then the reporting verb will not change in indirect speech. So the reporting verb said to alone will be changed as told in indirect speech. The other reporting verbs said, says, will say will remain the same in indirect speech. Another thing that you have to know is said and said to are past, says is present, will say is future, right? If the reporting verb is in past, that is said and said to, then the given exact dialogue will undergo the change of tense. Okay, if the reporting verb is said or said to, then the exact dialogue is there. No, while changing that exact dialogue from direct speech to indirect speech, we should change the tense. Got it? If the reporting verb is said or said to, then the exact dialogue is there. No, we should change the tense of that exact dialogue while changing from direct to indirect speech. Another thing, if the reporting verb is says or will say, if the reporting verb is in present or future, we need not change the tense. Okay, for example, Kavya says I am hungry. So your present tense is maintained, I am hungry. While changing it into indirect speech, Kavya says that she is hungry. Same present tense only is maintained in indirect speech also. Whereas if the reporting verb is changed into said, Kavya said I am hungry, it is in present tense and the reporting verb is said. So again while changing into indirect, Kavya said, said is remaining as said only, I am will become was hungry. So this particular exact dialogue, exact words spoken by the speaker is undergoing a change of tense. If the reporting verb is in past, that is if it is said or said to, the given exact dialogue will undergo a change of tense. If the reporting verb is says or will say, the exact dialogue given or exact words spoken by the speaker will not undergo a change of tense. For example, you can see here, she says I am exhausted from all the work. So the reporting verb is says. As I already told, says will remain as says only in indirect speech also. So again it is says only. She says that, okay, I am exhausted from the work. It is in present tense, am exhausted. Well, we are changing it into indirect. She says that she is exhausted from all the work. Again it is in present tense only. While changing from direct to indirect speech, if the reporting verb is says or will say, the tense will not change. This is the second thing that you have to remember about reporting verb. Okay, and the third thing is, if the given exact words is a fact or a general truth. If the given exact words spoken by the speaker is a fact or a general truth, the exact dialogue will not change. For example, Meena said, okay, Meena said, comma, open inverted commas, the moon revolves around the earth. Okay, Meena said, comma, inside inverted commas the exact dialogue is taking place. The moon revolves around the earth. So it is a fact, it is a general truth. So now while changing the given sentence into indirect speech, Meena said will remain as said only, said that, okay, always in indirect speech you should include that, okay, that the moon revolves around the earth. The sentence, that is the exact words spoken by Meena, did not undergo any change of tense, though the reporting verb is said. So if the given exact words is a general fact or a truth, it will not undergo any change. Got it? Right. So in reporting verb, you should remember 3 things. First thing is change of reporting verb from direct to indirect. Only said to will be changed into told. All the other 3 said, says and will say will remain the same. Second thing, if the reporting verb is in past, that is said or said to, the given exact words or exact words spoken by the speaker will undergo a change of tense. If the given reporting verb is in present or future, that is says or will say, the exact words spoken by the speaker will not undergo any change of tense. Third, if the exact words spoken by the speaker is about a general fact or a truth, then it should not be changed. Any changes should not be made while changing it from direct to indirect speech. If you are clear with it, we can proceed further. Right. So now I told that if the reporting verb is said or said to, then there will be a change of tense, right? Look at the first example. Sarah said, I write novels. What is the reporting verb here? Said. Okay, right. So how will we write in indirect speech? Sarah said. Said will remain as said only in indirect speech, right? Then we will write that. Okay. Okay. So the next one is I write novels. These are the exact words. Here I refers to whom? Sarah. Very good. So Sarah will be referred as she. Very good. She. The verb given here is write. It is in simple present. So as per the rules, simple present will be changed into simple past. So the simple past structure is V2. What is the past form of write? Wrote. So she wrote novels. That's it. Very good. Sarah said that she wrote novels. Got it? Let us look at the next example. Sarah said to Ram, I am working. So what is the reporting verb here? Said to. Very good. Said to will be changed into told. Wonderful. So Sarah told Ram that, okay, I am working. Here I refers to whom? Sarah. So she, pronoun is she. Okay, am working. So looking at the verb, we can say that it is in present continuous tense. While changing into past continuous tense, it will become was or were plus verb ing. So she, am working will become was working. Very good. For he, she, it, we will use was, and for other pronouns we will use were. Here she is only given, no, so we will use was working. Wonderful children, wonderful. Right. So the answer is Sarah told Ram that she was working. Okay, next example. Sarah said to Ram, you have finished your work. Okay, again the reporting verb is said to, so it will be changed into told. What are all the pronouns used here? You is there, your is there, so these things should be changed, and the verb is have finished. Okay, have finished means it is in present perfect, so it will be changed into past perfect. So what will be the answer? Sarah said will become told. Told Ram that, okay, you, this you refers to whom? Ram, right? Sarah is telling to Ram only, no, so you refers to Ram, so Ram will be referred as he. Wait a minute. Okay, he have finished. So in past perfect it will become had. What is the past participle of finish? Finished only. He had finished. Your will become his. Again your is referring to Ram only, so his work. So the answer is Sarah told Ram that he had finished his work. Okay, right. The last example. Sarah said, I went to the mall. Look at this example. I went to the mall. The direct speech by itself, it is in simple past. I told that in most of the cases, direct speech will be in present form, right? But there are few cases where direct speech might be in simple past. In that case, simple past should be changed into past perfect tense. Okay, so now again, what is the reporting verb here? Said. So said will be said only. So the answer will be Sarah said that. I refers to Sarah. So she went. Okay, so we have to change it into past perfect. Had plus V3. So she had. What is the past participle of went? Go, went, gone. Very good. She had gone to the mall. So what is the answer? Sarah said that she had gone to the mall. So these are the change of tenses that you want to know. Simple present will become simple past. Present continuous will become past continuous. Present perfect will become past perfect. And simple past will become past perfect, right? You should also know the structure of all these tenses so that you will not make any mistakes. Now we will look at few examples. Before looking at the examples, we'll have a small recapitulation so that we'll not make any mistakes. Okay, so the first thing you have to note in the given dialogue, given sentences, change of reporting verb. What is the reporting verb given? And the next thing you have to see is whether the reporting verb is in present or future, because if the reporting verb is says or will say, the given exact dialogue will not undergo any change of tense. Next, you have to see whether the reporting verb is in past, said or said to. If the reporting verb is in said or said to, then it will undergo the change of tense. If the given dialogue is, that is the exact words given is a general truth or a fact, it will not undergo any change, even if the reporting verb is in past. Okay, next you have to check whether any timing word is given or not, because if there are any timing words, we should not forget them to change. And you have to check whether any modal verb is given or not, we have to change that too. And then you have to check whether any contractions are given or not. This is where we will make mistake. Contractions is nothing but I'll. Okay, for example, let us say that I will finish my homework is given. Okay, I'll finish my homework. We will not note that this I'll is I will. Will is a modal verb, right? So will be changed into what? Will be changed into would. We will forget to change this. So of course it will become a wrong answer. So we should also check the contractions. Now if you are clear with all these things, we will look at the examples, children. Right, what is the first example? Nair says, I am happy. You can do one thing, you can take your note and start writing the answers. At the end you can check whether the answers are right or not. Okay, right. Nair says, I am happy. Okay, so what will be the answer? Nair, the given reporting verb is says, so it will remain as says only. Says that, what is the given exact word? I am happy. As the reporting verb is in present, it will not undergo any change of tense, right? Here I refers to Nair. Nair is a boy, so he is happy. What is the answer? Nair says that he is happy. Very good. Okay, second question. Geeta will say, wait a minute. Okay, Geeta will say, I am tired of my work. What is the reporting verb here? Will say. Again, it is in future, so the dialogue will not undergo any change of tense, right? I am tired of my work. Okay, so what will be the answer? Geeta will say that. I refers to Geeta. Geeta is a girl, so she is tired of. My will become her. Very good. Tired of her work. So the answer is Geeta will say that she is tired of her work. Okay, moving on to the next example. Doctor said you may leave tomorrow. Okay, what is the reporting verb here? Said. And if you notice that here a modal verb is given. May will become might, and there is also a timing word. Tomorrow will become the next day. Okay, so as there is a modal verb here, this sentence will not undergo a change of tense, right? See, so the answer will be doctor said that you, okay, this you refers to me, I might leave the next day or following day, both are right. Okay, the next day. Doctor said that this you refers to me, so I may will become might leave. Tomorrow should be changed into the next day or the following day. Doctor said that I might leave the next day, or doctor said that I might leave the following day. Right, next example. Teacher said the earth revolves around the sun. So here if you see, this is a general fact. The earth revolves around the sun is a general fact, and the reporting verb is said, that is, it is in past. So now even if the reporting verb is said, we should not change anything in this given exact words, as it is a general truth. So what will be the answer? Teacher said that. Teacher said that. That's all. Exact words should be kept as it is. The earth revolves around the sun. Okay, teacher said that the earth revolves around the sun. I did not change the exact words at all. I just repeated it as it is a general fact, right? Okay, so the last dialogue is, he said Delhi is the capital of India. Okay, what is the reporting verb here? Said. Delhi is the capital of India. Again, it is a fact. So we should not change anything here. So he said that Delhi is the capital of India. That's it. He said that Delhi is the capital of India. So now I hope you're all clear and you have got some idea about direct and indirect speech. Now I have given you 5 homework sums. Okay, what you have to do is take out your note, check for the reporting verb, change the tense, check for modal verbs, check for timing words, check for contractions, check whether the given dialogue or given exact word is a general fact or truth. If not, you can change the tense. If the reporting verb is in present or future, you should not change the tense. So remember all these things, revise once, check all these things in the given sentence, use a pencil to mark all these things, circle all these things so you will not make any mistake, and then you can do this. Okay, so in our next part or next class, we will discuss the answers for this homework sum. Thank you, children.